So I just washed my face, and in the morning I just use the hydrating facial cleanser from CeraVe. And then I just get a hand towel and wipe off my face because I don't use the same towel that I use with my body because I don't want to spread the bacteria. So the next thing I do after washing my face is I just grab a cotton round. And I did actually purchase the reusable ones, but I just have to use these up first. And then I just get my toner, which is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution. I just put a bit on a cotton pad and just wipe it over my face a little bit. And it just gets the excess dirt off. And it has really helped with my dark spots. Recently I've only been using it for about like a month though, so I haven't really seen too much of a change, but it does really help with the texture of my skin, I've noticed. And I try and get around my nose area because that's where I seem to sweat a lot, and just up in my hairline. And then just the dirt will come off on here. And then while I wait for that to dry, I like to put on my eye serum, which is just the Ordinary Caffeine solution. And I'll just take about 1 to 2 drops on my finger and rub it on my middle fingers, and then massage it into my under eyes and a little bit on top. And I let that sit for a bit too. And then now it only takes a few seconds for my toner to dry. So once that does, I will either use my ginger vitamin C serum shot from Sweet Chef, or the Ordinary niacinamide 10% and zinc 1%. I think that's how you say it. So I do switch between these. It just depends on the day, but today I think I'm going to use the vitamin C serum. And I heard that vitamin C is really good for dark spots too, and sun exposure, which isn't good for dark spots either. So I'll just put a bit of that on my fingers and rub that in. And I like to press it into my skin. I just feel like my skin absorbs it a bit better if I do that. And I really focus it on my cheeks because that's where I get most of my marks. And I let that sit in for a bit, and while I wait for that, I will grab my eyelash and eyebrow serum. It's Qibest, I think, Lash Enhanced Boosting Serum. And I just grab a bit of that and kind of brush it through my lashes like I would mascara. And then a bit on my lower lashes. And then I just kind of like take off a lot of the excess on there so not too much gets on my brows. And I just quickly run it through here and try and get the shape I want as well. And I have noticed this really helped grow out my lashes and my eyebrows because I used to have a little like spot there where hair didn't grow, so I kind of just grabbed the end and run it through it a bit to get a little bit more there where I want my hairs to grow. And then I will grab my moisturizer for the morning, and I just use the Verse Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. And I really like this one because it seems to get rid of my redness where I seem to break out, like on my big breakouts on my forehead. And it's water-based too, which I really like. It really soothes my skin from using all like the acne treatments I have used in the past. And I just kind of massage that in. And I just grab a little bit more for my forehead and wipe it up. I try and stick up side of my eyebrows so then I don't wipe off the eyebrow serum. And that is pretty much it. And then I will use the Drunk Elephant Umbrella Sheer Physical Daily Defense SPF 30 sunscreen if I'm going outside and it's sunny. It's just kind of like that. It's pretty liquidy, and then I'll just kind of rub it in. And I'll usually pat it into my face. I'm not going to put too much on because I'm not going out today. But I'll usually, yeah, just put that in and pat it onto my face. And I try and stay here. And then I put just a little bit up here, but majority of it goes onto my cheeks because that's where my dark marks are at right now. And sun exposure is not good for them. So that's pretty much all I do for the morning. Sometimes I will switch it up with my products, but it's usually just these two serums, which is the niacinamide and the vitamin C. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do for my morning, and then I will see you later tonight and I'll show you my night routine. So it is now nighttime. I just took a shower and washed my face with my Clear Days Ahead Philosophy oil-free salicylic acid face wash. I really like this one because it doesn't have fragrance either, which seems to irritate my skin just a little bit because I do have sensitive skin, like I said. And then I just use like one of these hand towels that I mentioned to just dry my face off. The only difference with my night routine is some of my products I don't use that I like to use just in the morning, and then I have some that I just use at night. But I do still start with my cotton pads and my toning solution from Ordinary. So I just go ahead and put this on again on just a regular cotton pad and do it pretty lightly all over my face. And I still focus it around my nose because that's where I seem to sweat. And then just a little bit of dirt comes off. And then while that dries, I do put on my Ordinary caffeine solution for my face. And just on my middle finger, I do a little drop or two. And run it along my eyes. And then at nighttime, since I do have pretty dry skin right now, just from my acne cream, I do put on the CeraVe eye cream repair. I just like to add it because it adds just a little bit extra moisturizer under my eyes. Because even though I don't put my acne cream under my eyes, it still dries out my whole skin on my face. So I like to add just a little bit more moisturizer at night. And I just put, I don't know, maybe that much, and just dab it under my eyes. And then just put the remainder on my finger above my eyes. Just make sure it really gets in there. By then my toning solution is dry, which then I do put on my acne cream that I get from the doctor. It has helped with my actual like acne on my cheeks, but I also was supposed to help with the scars it leaves behind. So usually if it's a pimple, I'll put on kind of a thick layer where that pimple is, which I will show you on my forehead, but on my cheeks, I don't really have any pimples right now. This is all just marks from where I had my acne. So I just kind of, it's like a cream. So I just get a little bit on my finger and I lightly put a very, very thin layer where my scars are. And it is pretty drying, so that's why you have to do a pretty thin layer. And I only do it once a day. It said you could do it twice a day when I first got it, but my skin is a little too sensitive for that. But if you have this and you have normal skin, go for it. This is just what works best with mine. And I try and just cover all of the scars that I have. And I do put just a tiny bit extra right in these strips because this is where I tend to break out a lot. And then up here, I do rub it in where all my marks are. But as you can see, I have kind of like 3. So I kind of grab a bit and just dab it straight on there. And that's kind of what I do if I get acne anywhere on my face, instead of just doing a light layer. I actually do have a couple right here. I'm gonna put it on. And then I usually have to wait about 5 to 10 minutes for that to dry. You have to wait for it to fully dry before you can put moisturizer on over it. So I'm gonna let that dry and then I will be back. Okay, so now that it's dry, I usually moisturize it. So I usually put on the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion, but my face has actually been pretty dry from using my acne cream. So I'm gonna put the Neutrogena Deep Moisturizer on tonight. And I can kind of tell from the way my face feels when I put the cream on, my acne cream. It kind of like, I could feel that it's getting pretty dry in certain spots too, so this one usually in like 2 or 3 nights of using this one, it'll help bring moisture back into my skin. So I usually start on my nose just because that's where it doesn't have any acne cream. And then it's just like a cream in here, so I just kind of run my finger along the edge and just grab about this much, and I usually do my forehead next. And I don't rub it in because that kind of gets rid of the acne cream on my forehead. Well, everywhere, it kind of gets rid of it. So I kind of just put it on my fingertips and pat it in and make sure I leave a layer of the cream on my face, so I can kind of feel it over my acne cream, if that makes sense. And I kind of just pat it in, and this way that the cream I have on for my acne stays in the place it needs to, where I put it. And I just grab a bit more for my cheeks because my cheeks get pretty dry because that's the majority of my acne is there. And I just rub it in and pat it very gently over my cream so I don't move any. And then if I do end up moving some of my acne cream around and it kind of comes off of the places I need it, I do go in and just mix a little bit and put it over that spot that my face needs it. So try and just pat it in and get my face. And my face does get kind of red whenever I wash it, moisturize or whatever, just because it's so sensitive. And then again, I just put on my same lash and brow serum that I do in the morning. I don't put too much on at night, just because it kind of does lift them to look like you have mascara on, and I prefer more of that during the day. And then I just quickly run it through my brows and make sure they stay in the same shape I want them. And then because my face gets so dry, it kind of tends my lips to get dry too. So I actually just got it today, the hydrating lip oil from Burt's Bees. And I'm just gonna put that on. Usually I use just like a Blistex or something, but I wanted to try an oil because I heard that's really good for hydrating. And they're actually pretty dry. Just my acne cream dries out everything. And then sometimes I will put on a little bit more moisturizer in places that I kind of missed later on when it all sets into my skin. But really that's it for night 2. I tend to put more moisturizer on at night. I only put my acne cream on at night because it is damaging if you go in the sun with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I do put on the acne cream in the morning if I need to, and I have like a bad breakout, and I try not to go outside too much with it. But that's pretty much it for my like face routine. But yeah, you guys can look below and I'll have everything I use, either from Ulta, Target, Amazon. I usually don't get too high-end stuff for my face. I tend to use like generic name brand stuff, and plus it seems to work for my skin so far, and it hasn't caused any more acne. It's kind of getting it a bit better, but slowly. The only thing that I won't be able to give out is the acne cream that I get from the doctor, but everything else will be there for you guys to see if you want to check it out. You can always leave some comments and I can review some of the products. Maybe if I know your skin type, you can let me know. Other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all I do for morning and night. It doesn't really change too much. I try and keep it the same just so my acne doesn't get worse if I like throw in a random product and then my face freaks out, because I do have pretty sensitive skin, like I said before. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I will, again, put everything below. On my Instagram too, I will start putting products on there that I'm trying out in the next few weeks. So if you guys want to follow my Instagram, it'll be later on this video. It's just Emma Tizer, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.